there friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Dominique from the Pixie Planner, and today I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have in mind for tackling my goals, specifically for getting my budget and financing under control this year. So I want to show you my plan of attack, and I hope that maybe this will give some of you guys some helpful ideas if you're on the same path for your goals this year. So I want to start off by showing you how I'm going to be keeping track of all of my finances, so having to do with my expenses, my savings, my trackers that I'm gonna be staying on top of for budgeting. So I have created here a budget binder. Now, I recently was browsing online and I came across the Budget Mom, and she has her own YouTube channel. She also has a wonderful website and blog, and I was really drawn to her particular product because she does a budget by paycheck, and I am paid every 2 weeks, and it just made sense for me. I know there's so many different ways to tackle your budgeting, but this was definitely what made sense for me. And on top of it, I've never budgeted before, so I'm a complete newbie to this. And when I found her printables, I was floored. I was so excited because it's just so easy. So let me just hop in and show you what I have here. So for the front here, I have a little pocket, zipper pocket that I purchased from my local Staples, and I keep some highlighters in here because I'm going to be doing a color coding system, and this was something that she showed that she does in her own budget book, and so I'm going to be trying that out. In the front, I'm going to be keeping track of my savings, and also when I'm paying off specific debt, I want to go ahead and kind of color in or highlight through when I reach a certain milestone. So one of my big goals this year is to save $10,000. I'm working on building my emergency fund account, and I have my $1,000 in there, and I'm going roughly off of Dave Ramsey's system. I am lucky that I don't have too much debt, so I'm not going to be going as like hardcore as he does with his system, but I want to try and build an emergency fund where we have through the 3 to 6 months of income saved up. So this first tracker is going to be something fun for me to just kind of color in as I'm completing each milestone. And then we go in to this section. This is where I'm going to be keeping track of my sinking funds. I had never heard of sinking funds until maybe 3 months ago. And just to kind of give you like a quick review of what that is. So for example, I go to the dentist. My husband goes to the dentist every 6 months. So I'm kind of estimating how much we would need based off of, you know, full cost of cleanings. So say it's $300 that we're going to need for our dental appointments. Well, I then divided that up by 12 for the 12 months out of the year, and that gave me how much I would need to be spent or saving each month in order to meet that goal. So I did this for a few different things. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I want to be, you know, for my total amount in travel. So still figuring that out, but like car registration is a big one. So that hit me hard this year. My registration was like over $500. Thank God it goes down each year. But so that's $500 that I had to shell out in one lump sum. I knew it was coming up, you know, but I was like, wait a minute, why did I not prepare for this? So I'm taking control of that this year. And so my registration is due in October. So I'm going to make sure that from now until October, I am putting aside $45 a month that will go to my car registration. So this is going to be for my sinking funds. I have here a tracker for my husband's Subaru. We're going to be working on paying that off. So that's the only debt, you know, part of his side that is left. And I do have my own car as well, so it's going to go in here. So I'm going to be working on setting these 2 pages up. But as far as debt goes, our cars, so the 2 cars are really the only thing that we have left right now besides our mortgage. So it's going to be tackling those 2 things and then working on building our emergency fund. So we come to the first tab here. I have, as you can see, all the months on the tabs here, and I printed out everything for each month. So this binder is ready to go. So for January, what I did here, and if you go and see the Budget Mom's videos and her website, you'll see that she pretty much does the exact same thing with the highlighting, and I loved it so much that I wanted to use that for my own benefit. So I have here everything that I'm going to be needing to pay towards. So it's going to be, you know, any appointments, whether it be for my dog or my hair appointments, of course, bills, so mortgage, utilities, phone, all of that stuff. So anything that I need to pay for in this month is going to be on the calendar. So this is where I'm keeping track of everything. So what I have here, my yellow bills that are highlighted are going to be paid from my paycheck on the 11th. When it comes to the pink highlighted sections, this is going to be paid from my paycheck on the 25th. Now you might be looking up here and thinking, well, why is, you know, this up there? This is highlighted from the previous month. So from December. So the last paycheck that I received in December, that is going to be paying these bills here. And so from this paycheck, this month I'll have this payment, and then the next month it'll go back into the mortgage and electric. So pink is with the second paycheck, yellow is with the first paycheck, blue are my appointments that I know I'll have and need to pay, you know, copay or whatever it may be for. So this is going to keep track of everything that I have coming up each month. So each month has this printout, the calendar printout. So then I turn to my bill tracker. So everything that is on this layout is now going to be transferred here. Now this bill tracker is done by paycheck. So this is my first paycheck. This is my second paycheck. So I'm going to be writing in what bills I'm paying with that paycheck and totaling that amount up. And what's left over, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate it to my cash envelope system. And this is like the second part of what I'm changing up this year. So not only am I keeping track of my budget, but I'm also turning to full cash only system, which I've never done in my entire life, and it's kind of scary. But so the amount that's totaled here, whatever is left over from my income that I have, so I haven't filled everything out yet, but I'm going to write my total income from that paycheck, and then I'm going to minus this total from my paycheck. The amount that's left is going to go towards my envelopes. And I can even take it a step further here. So if I have left over from the envelopes, you know, say I don't need that much towards fun expenses or beauty, you know, this month, then I can come over here and fill out my sinking funds, and I can go ahead and dedicate a certain amount to the sinking funds, which is what I had showed in the beginning here. Okay, so these sinking funds, I'm treating it as savings. So that could go in that section. And then if you have debt, first off, if you have debt, tackle that first and then worry about the sinking funds. I mean, the whole point is to get yourself out of debt. So any leftover money from your bills and your everyday expenses should really be going towards your debt. But in my case, you know, I'm gonna kind of leave that as is right now because we are very close to paying off the cars, and then the only thing left is mortgage. So I'm going to really focus on building my sinking funds and my emergency fund. So that's kind of a run through of how this particular sheet is broken down. So the bill tracker, there's one for each paycheck. So every 2 weeks, I will be coming to this section and filling it out. Now, when I'm filling this out and working on my cash envelope, there's this here that breaks down exactly how much you'll be needing of each. So I kind of wrote here my cash envelopes in pencil right now because I still am kind of playing around with what I need exactly. Like for example, the hobbies and eating out, I think I'm probably just gonna combine that all into fun, okay? Because that really is just fun money. If I'm wanting to, you know, buy something for myself, for my hobbies, going out for a drink, I think I might include all of that together. So this allows you to figure out how much, you know, the total amount you're going to want for each of the envelopes, and then you can come here and break down how much you're going to be needing for, you know, each bill. So that way you can total it all up, put it in this little box that has cut lines here, cut it out and hand it to the teller. So that way you're not like trying to figure everything out there with the teller. You know exactly what you're going to be needing. And also, one thing that the Budget Mom pointed out that I really like is the larger bills are always going to be the hardest to let go of. So having the larger bills almost deters you from wanting to spend too much if you are someone who is quite a spender like myself. So if I'm going to, you know, the grocery store and I'm having to hand over $100 bill, like it's gonna make me feel like that I want to be a little bit more responsible with my spending and only get the absolute necessities. So this is great because, again, it allows you to break everything down and you've got this quick and easy cutout to hand to the teller. So the cash envelope breakdown. Then we go into the monthly expense tracker. So she recommends doing one for your checking account and one for your cash envelope. And I am going to start doing this only because I'm really trying to learn how to better manage my money. So even though I have a certain amount taken out from my cash envelope, I still want to keep track of how much I'm spending in each category and what I'll be left with if there are any leftovers at the end of the month. So I'll be able to total everything up because I have it highlighted here, and I'm gonna write the totals up there. So that way I have like a quick view of how much I spent that month for each category. So I have my checking account here, which with my checking account, the only thing that will be coming out of here is for paying mortgage, auto payment, and utilities. I'm gonna include miscellaneous just in case like I have a random whatever, you know, payment that needs to come out, and I'll write in every paycheck that I have, so I'm keeping track of income as well as any savings that I might be transferring into my checking account. So my cash envelope, I'm just writing here in that section what category from the envelope and just a great way to kind of eyeball and see what exactly you're doing with that cash. And then here we come into a debt payment plan. So I am not going to be using this right away. I might go ahead and use it eventually for my car. My car's a lease, so it's a little bit difficult with that because I have another 2 years and then I'm just done with the car. But if you have credit card payments that you have, this is a great way to kind of keep track of everything, and then also your progress towards that debt. So for debt payment plan, she includes that in her printable. And then this last page here is a look at your monthly net worth. So you pretty much want to see that you're always making progress towards your net worth. Now, I won't be needing to compare this month because I'm just getting started in January and I have no idea what last month's net worth was for me. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just fill out the date and fill this in for January, and then my February I'll be able to compare the last month versus this month. So I'll just kind of fill this in for January as I work towards building my net worth. I think this is going to be a great way to make sure that I'm constantly working towards that. So that pretty much sums up the monthly budgeting here that I'm going to be using. And again, I love this because it's just so simple, and I found that I just got too overwhelmed and confused with some of the budgeting methods that I was looking into. So I'm very happy about this one. I'm a very visual person, so I always have to see a calendar view of where my bills fall. And I love this highlighting method. I think it's going to work really great for me. And then breaking things down by paycheck. That is really what is going to help quite a bit. And, you know, getting into the habit of filling this out. I know some people say, you know, fill your expense tracker out weekly, or, you know, some people do it monthly. I don't know. But I am definitely going to do this daily so that I can build the habit. So that is a quick look at my budget binder. Now let me show you what I have for my cash envelope system. So I purchased this wallet off of Amazon, and it is the Bella Taylor cash envelope wallet. They had very limited colors online. I wanted just the solid black, but this was the next one that was, you know, somewhat you know, pleasant in pattern, I guess you would say. I'm not crazy about the pattern, but it was the one that I liked the most of what was to choose from. It's a really nice, sturdy wallet. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be, but I'm still absolutely okay with the size. And I didn't want to be carrying around like actual envelopes and, you know, fiddling through those while I'm trying to pay, you know, at the grocery store or at the doctor's office. So I wanted a system that was a wallet system. So opening it up, in this compartment here, I covered a little bit of my my debit card and driver's license. But in this compartment here, you have two windows here where you can keep, like I mentioned, debit card and driver's license. And then you have a pocket here, which they say is used for like checks. You can put your checkbook in here, or individual checks. I do have a couple individual checks there. Then you have 6 card slots here. And then at the top, they say, or they recommend this for a receipt holder. So I do have some receipts there. And then a nice pen loop. I don't have a pen that's small enough to not like bulk it up when it closes, because it is kind of a tight, you know, close there. So I'm not using a pen there. But what I really loved most about this wallet is that the cards are separate from the cash. So if I am opening this up to just show my driver's license or something, I don't have to show all of my cash that's in there. With the typical kind of zip open wallets, you open it up and then there's the slots with all the cash, and then tucked on the sides are the cards, and I was not a fan of that. So here, and this back zipper is where all the cash is stored. So when you purchase the wallet, it comes with, let me see if I can take one of these out. It was a little bit hard to get in. It comes with these tabs that you can insert into these clear plastic windows that they have in each of the sections here. And they even have blank ones, so you can add what you want in the section. So I have here, I have groceries, I have gas, miscellaneous, fun, health and beauty, Maggie, my dog. And here I'm just kind of keeping like a personal type of stash. So, if I wanted to buy some pens or something like that, I'll go ahead and use that money there. But there's plenty of space, and with the front and the back, these are not labeled sections. I kind of wish there was a label here, just because my memory is not the best, and trying to figure out, wait a minute, is that my personal section or is this my whatever section? So they do not have labels for these pockets here, the front and back one, just for the inside, this middle area. So I really love that they have some that are already, the tabs are already printed out for you, but they also have blank ones that you can fill out on your own. So that has been really great, only because I feel more comfortable carrying cash, because only I know how much cash is in here, and only I know that this compartment is all cash. So again, if I'm at the store and I'm opening this up to, show or give one of my cards, it's not catching anyone's interest. So Bella Taylor, I will leave the information down below. Very, very sturdy wallet. It's kind of like a quilted feel to it, and I will probably be purchasing another one. I'm hoping that they'll come out with the black one again soon, because I'm just a fan of just simple black, standard, goes with everything. So that is pretty much the breakdown of how I plan to crush my goals for 2019 pertaining with, my budgeting and finances. So I hope you found some of this helpful. I hope it gives you guys some good ideas on how you can take control over your money. And please leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye.